What's going on, you guys? My name is Zach Hartley, and in this video I'm going to walk you through how to place different order types in Questrade. Here is everything you need to know. Let's go. Okay, so this is what Questrade looks like for me. I am using Questrade IQ Edge, and I currently have the Apple stock chart up right now. That is this one here, and I also have an order window open. Now right now I'm looking at Apple on 1-day candles over about a 6-month time period, and we actually just set all-time highs today, which is really nice. I hold some Apple shares, so we are making some money today. But for this example, I'm going to zoom into the 1-day 1-minute chart so that we can see exactly when our trades get executed and we can see exactly what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. I've drawn a trend line here just connecting the highs of the recent kind of 2 or 3 hours, and it looks like we could be starting to break out, but we will see what happens over the next little while here. Now, what we want to start with here and what I want to tell you about first is the market order, because that's the simplest to understand. A market order is going to get you into the stock right away, or it's going to get you out of the stock right away. It is going to execute that trade at whatever the closest bid or ask is, and it's going to be the easiest to use, it's going to be the quickest to execute, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. The only downside to a market order is that if you place a large order for thousands and thousands of shares and it's not a big company, it has low volume or a low amount of shares being traded, you might be getting in or out of those shares at a higher or lower price. We're going to talk about that in just 1 minute, but first let's just place a market order so that we can execute our first order and get going here. Okay, so on my screen here, I'm going to buy 1 share of Apple. The order type is going to be a market order, and where it says duration here, we are going to set it to good till close. Now what that means is that this order is going to live on Questrade until it is closed or until it is filled. The other option that we have here is to click this little arrow right here, and it's going to create me a drop down window. Now I know you can't see the drop down window, it's because of my screen recorder, but just pretend there's a little drop down window right here with a selection, and you can choose day. Now if you choose day, it is going to cancel that order at the end of the day if it doesn't fill. So if that order doesn't end up executing, it's just going to completely cancel it. We are placing a market order, so no matter what, it's going to execute right away, but that's just something to keep in mind. We're always going to leave the route at auto, and then make sure that you are trading in the right account. This is really important, especially if you have registered accounts like a TFSA or an RRSP. And then all you have to do here is click on the buy button right here. It's going to give you a little pop-up window. I know you can't see it from me right now, but I'm going to click on send order. It's going to confirm that order, and you can see the confirmation down here on the bottom right. Now what was really nice about a market order, as you noticed, was that it executed right away, and it executed at whatever the closest ask was. So this person right now is asking $157.80, and when I click on that buy order, it is going to buy the share at whatever this ask price is. Now, like I mentioned before, if you are placing large orders and you're buying thousands and thousands of shares, or if the stock just doesn't have a whole lot of volume, what that means is that it may take several orders in order to fill your order. So for instance, if Apple is trading at 157 right now and you want to buy 10,000 shares, but there's only one person willing to sell at 157 and they only have 100 shares willing to sell, that means that you're going to have to buy at the next price up, which might be $157.25. And maybe they have 500 shares that you can buy. But if you want even more shares than that, you might have to buy in the next order that's at $157.50, and you might have to take that entire order, and by the time you filled your entire order, the price is now at $158, and so that is something you need to keep in mind. Obviously on a company like Apple, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, these companies have enough volume, there's enough trading, and there's enough people interacting that you never have to worry about that. But if you're going into a penny stock, or you're going into a low cap stock, or you're going into a low float stock, those are something that you need to be well aware of, is that if you place a big order, you're either going to drive the price up or you're going to get out at a price that you weren't expecting if you place a market order. And so to combat that and to get around that and to make sure we're getting in and out at the prices that we want, that is when we can set a limit order. And so a limit order will basically say, I want to buy in at anything below this price, or I want to sell out at anything above this price. So if Apple is at 157 right now, we will buy in 10,000 shares at anything up to 158, and if it goes over 158, we don't want any more. We can place that trade using a limit order. We can also say that we want to sell all of our Apple shares, but I'm only willing to sell at 156 at the absolute lowest. And that way, if we click on sell 10,000 shares, it's going to sell all of the shares up until 156. And so that is the way that we can limit our upside and limit our downside and make sure that we're getting in and out at the price levels that we want. And so what this looks like is we change the order type from a market order to a limit order. And let's say we want to buy one more share. The price right now is currently $157.82. And so the maximum, let's just pretend that we're buying 10,000 shares, right? The maximum that I would want to pay for those 10,000 shares is $157.90. So I'm willing to pay about 10 cents more than the current price right now to fill all of those orders. But if it goes over $157.90, I don't want the rest of them. And so we have a limit order, $157.90. The duration is a day order. We can change this to a good till closed order. That's totally fine as well. And now it is going to execute right away because we only have an ask price of $157.80 and I'm willing to buy at $157.90. But if we were buying 10,000 shares or 200,000 shares, it would limit the amount of shares that we buy to the ones that we can get at $157.90 or below. So let's execute this trade and that will get us in for another share. As you can see, it went through right away. And so that was really good. It worked out well for us. And now what we need to do is we need to protect our downside. And so if we want to protect our downside, that's when we need to put in a stop loss. And so a stop loss will prevent us from losing too much money in the event that the stock starts to turn around. And so to use a stop loss, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to that order type right here and we're going to click on stop. And now what we need to do is we need to insert the price at where we want our stop loss to occur. So for me, I want to get out of this position if we fall below support that is right here. And so I want to get out at 157.30. So that's going to be what I type in here, 157.30. We're going to leave it as good till closed. I don't want this to be a day order because I want this order to sell to exist after today, because if the price goes down tomorrow, I want this order to still be there. So I'm going to set this to good till closed, make sure it's not set today, and then the route, I'm going to leave it auto, make sure I've got the right account here. I'm going to click on sell this time because this is my stop loss. So I click on sell, I click on send order, and now as you can see, it has created a new order right here on the chart, one share, -1, so that means sell one share, and a stop order at $157.30. And so now I've protected my downside. We are going to get out of one of these shares at $157.30 if the price starts to correct. And so what you want to think about here is when you're using limit orders and stop orders, you want to use a limit order to get in or out of a stock within a certain level. So if you hold it right here at $100, you want to buy in at a max of 105 or sell out at a max of 95. That is what you use a limit order for, is to buy or sell within a certain level. You use a stop order to buy or sell when the price crosses a certain level. And so let's say it's at 101 and you want to sell and you want to take profit when the price crosses 105. You would use a stop order to get out when it crosses a certain level, and you would use a stop order to get out, for instance, in this case, when the price falls below 157.30. And so limit orders get you in or out within a certain level. Stop orders get you in or out when the price crosses a certain level. That's how you want to think about it. Now, if you're trading Canadian securities, you won't be able to place a stop order because it has to be a limit order on Canadian securities. And so luckily what Questrade has done here is they have created a stop limit order. And the stop limit order is really nice because what it does is it gives you a stop order. Let's say we're going to the downside here. We want to put in a stop loss. We can put in a stop loss right here, and then when that stop loss gets hit, it creates a limit order to get us out at a maximum low price of this. So what's really nice is we'll walk through it here. So we're going to click on stop limit when it comes to order type. Again, we are going to sell our second share. I'm going to get rid of this line here just so we can clean it up. And let's say that we want to sell our second share at 157.20. So that's what we'll put in here, 157.20, and then the limit, the lowest price. Once that stop gets set, what is the lowest price we're willing to sell these shares at? Remember, let's say we had 20,000 shares that we're trying to sell. Are we willing to sell all of those 20,000 shares at $10 at the lowest? Or or at $12 at the lowest, or at $50 or at $80. And so that's what the limit allows us to do. Now, we're only trading with one share, so obviously it would get hit right away. But if you were trading with 10,000 shares, this would become really important, and it would basically set the lowest amount at which you're willing to sell out at. And so for us, let's just call it $157. That is going to be the limit for us. Again, I want to leave the duration as good till closed so that this order exists going into tomorrow and going into the future trading days. The route is auto, the account is in my margin. I'm going to click on sell, and it is going to give you a little advisory. It's going to give you another confirmation window here. And then as you can see, we now have an order to sell one share on a stop limit order at 157.20, and the limit on that order is 157. And so that is how you would use a stop order. That is how you use a stop limit order. And the last thing you need to know about is a trailing stop limit order, because that is just one more layer to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel this one right here, cancel order. And now what we are going to do is we are going to create a trailing stop limit, because a trailing stop limit can be really, really useful for us. A trailing stop order means that as the price moves up, our stop loss moves up at either a dollar amount or a percentage amount below the trade or below the current price of this share. And so let's say we're trading a breakout. We've got clear resistance at $100, and then the stock breaks out. What we want to do is get in on that breakout and then put in a trailing stop loss so that as the stock continues to break out, our stop loss moves higher and higher and higher, and when the stock turns around, we get out and we lock in profit. That's the idea behind a trailing stop loss. If you're going to trade in Canada though, you do need to use a trailing stop limit order, because Canadian securities have to have a limit order on them. So what we need to do here is we need to walk through this, and we need to just think about this. So trailing stop limit. Our trailing dollar amount, that's just basically the dollar amount below where the current price is trading that you want to set the stop loss. Now, if you click on the dollar, you can also turn it into a percentage. So that's really nice. You can use either dollar amounts or percentage amounts, whatever you would prefer. For us, we're going to use dollar amounts because I want to keep it really, really tight. So for us, we're going to set like a 50-cent trailing stop on it. So that's 50 cents. And then the offset is going to be the absolute lowest price below the trailing stop that we are willing to sell those shares. So it's basically the limit preset, but for a trailing stop limit order, they call it the offset. And so for us, it's going to be another 20 cents. And so what this is going to do is it's going to set a stop order 50 cents below the current price, and it's going to put a limit once that stop is hit at 20 cents below wherever that stop is set at. So for us, it'll be about 70 cents, and then you click on sell right here. Again, I left it at good till closed and send the order. And now you can see I have one trailing stop limit order at $157.13. So that was 50 cents below where the current price is at. And then we have an offset of 20 cents below that, which means the lowest price that we would possibly get out of these shares at is 20 cents below 157.13. So it would be 156.93. So 156.93 would be the lowest that you would get out of this position at. And that is how you place a trailing stop limit order. Now, that is pretty much all of the order types that you need to know or that you need to be familiar with in Questrade. Remember, a limit order will get you in or out of a position within a certain price level. A stop order will get you in or out when the price level crosses a certain level, and a trailing stop limit will move up with the price and it will hopefully lock in some profits for you. Now, the last thing you need to know about here is the bracket order. The bracket order is a phenomenal tool, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to oh, no, I don't want to create. I'm going to cancel these orders right here. Cancel and cancel. That's okay. And then what we want to do here is we want to create a bracket order. And so a bracket order is an amazing tool, because you can set a market, a limit, a stop, or a stop limit order to get into the shares. And then what a bracket order allows you to do is take profit and set a stop loss all within one transaction. And so it's really a fantastic tool. So for us, we are going to get in for one share, and we'll use a limit order just so we can show you the principles here. The ask right now is $157.88. So I am willing to pay $157.95 for my shares. That's going to be the limit order that I set. And this is all up top here. This is the exact same as what I showed you before. This is completely normal. But down here, this is where it gets exciting. And this is where you can set your profit target and your stop loss. So for us, I'm going to set the quantity to 1 because we're only buying 1 share here. And then where it says this dollar number here, this is going to be your take profit. So for us, we want to take profit at 158.30. And we want to set our stop loss at a price of 157.30. And so 157.30. And what is so beautiful about this bracket order is that it's going to execute this order on the top right away, and then it is also going to place these orders on the bottom so that I can place this order with a target profit, with a stop loss, and I can basically let it run and I don't have to do a single thing. I don't even have to monitor it if I don't want to. Now, I highly recommend you do, but you don't have to if you don't want to. And then all you have to do is, once you have this all set up, you click on buy. It is going to give you another pop-up window. You click send order, and now it has executed my trade. It has put in a stop loss at $157.30, and it has also put in a profit order at $158.30. And so now we are fully set up. We are ready to go. And I've got a trade that it has an established risk to reward ratio. It already has a take profit. It has a stop loss. And now I've walked you through pretty much all of the different order types in Questrade IQ Edge. So if you're interested in learning more about this, definitely check out the links down below. I have a completely free course for how to trade and invest and get started in the stock market. I also have a link for $50 in free commissions on Questrade. And if you're interested in seeing when I buy and sell my shares, I have a private Discord chat that you can join. You can see all of my technical analysis, all of my entries and exits, and you can join the community. It's $5 per month, and I would love to have you there. And lastly, thank you for watching this video. I sincerely appreciate it. The only thing I ask is click that like and subscribe button if you got any value out of this video, and I will see you in the next one. Good luck trading, good luck investing, and we'll talk to you soon.